JBNN will keep you informed. I'm Michelle Jones. Before we get into the news, please remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and to share the news with someone today. Now on to the news. St. Catherine North Police Division mourns loss of 2 members. The St. Catherine North Division of the Jamaica Constabulary Force is in mourning following the deaths of 2 of its members. The deceased are Sergeant Maxine Brown and Corporal Alric Morris. According to information received, Sergeant Brown passed away at the University Hospital of the West Indies on Sunday morning after a prolonged battle with cancer. Corporal Morris, meanwhile, succumbed to injuries sustained in a car accident last week. The JSF said it is deeply saddened by the passing of its members. Gun seized somebody of wanted man gunned down in Eren Gardens. Detectives probing the murder of a man on Nether Soul Pathway, Eren Gardens in Kingston 13 on Friday, October 25, have confirmed revelations that the victim was wanted for murder and an illegal gun was seized from him. Dennis Kevin Gale, otherwise called Beggs, reports from the Denham Town Police are that at about 5:20 p.m., lawmen were in the area when they heard explosions and went to investigate. Upon their investigation, they saw Gale lying on the roadway. While assisting him to the hospital, one Taurus 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 13 9mm rounds of ammunition was found in his possession. He succumbed to his injuries at the hospital. After establishing Gale's identity, detectives confirmed that he was wanted for the October 14, 2023 murder of Damani Taylor, otherwise called Ichipan. The investigation continues. Man shot dead after allegedly attacking police in Old Harbour. A man was fatally shot after allegedly attacked a police team during an operation in Spring Village, Old Harbour in St. Catherine on Saturday. The Independent Commission of Investigations, INDICOM, has launched a probe into the incident. According to reports, around 6 p.m., officers from the St. Catherine South Police Division were conducting an operation in the Old Harbour area when the allegedly armed man confronted them. In taking evasive action, the police reportedly fired shots, fatally wounding the suspect. The man was allegedly found with an illegal gun, was taken to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Taxi operator shot dead in Lawrence Tavern, 2 in custody. A taxi operator was shot and killed shortly after 7 p.m. on Saturday along the Content Main Road in the Rosedale area of Lawrence Tavern, St. Andrew. He was allegedly attacked by 2 males who had chartered his taxi. The suspects were later apprehended by residents, beaten, and handed over to the police, according to preliminary reports. The deceased man has so far only been identified as Vern. Man killed. Taxi driver injured in Rockfort dispute. A taxi driver was shot and injured, and another man stabbed to death following an alleged domestic dispute in Rockfort, East Kingston on Saturday night. The deceased has been identified as 23-year-old Yusuf Linton, otherwise called ISIS, a resident of Charlton Road in the community. The injured cabby was hospitalized. Reports received indicate that around 11:30 p.m., the cabby was at home drinking liquor and quarreling about an incident in which it is alleged that a man had informed on him to his girlfriend who was living overseas. The tone of his voice and the consistency of his argument annoyed other persons in the yard to the point that they reportedly collectively attempted to forcefully evict the taximan from the premises. The police said these other persons went to the cabby's room, removed appliances, utensils, and other personal items, and they threw them outside. The cabby, who was next door at the time and heard the noise, went to his room to investigate when he reportedly saw a man with a gun in his hand standing watch as his belongings were thrown out. The police reported that the taxi driver, realizing he was outnumbered, retrieved a knife from the kitchen sink. The knife was reportedly used to inflict a wound on Linton, who advanced towards him. The cabby was reportedly shot in the left side of his head. He allegedly ducked and managed to run from the house and escaped. He was chased, but managed to make it to the Rockfort police station, where he was assisted to the hospital for treatment. The other man, Linton, was taken to the Kingston Public Hospital, where he received treatment, but later succumbed to his injuries. On Friday, a state of public emergency was declared in Rockfort and its surrounding areas, following the killing of 5 people at a football match in the community on Heroes Day last Monday. Taxi operator drowns while attempting to cross flooded ford. A taxi operator from John Court Spring died on Saturday while reportedly trying to cross the flooded ford in the Opal area of Highgate in St. Mary. The deceased has been identified as 51-year-old Ansel Shea, otherwise called Sugar, of a Richmond address. Reports indicate that Shea was coming from Highgate en route to John Court Spring with 2 passengers on board. Upon reaching Richmond Road, which was allegedly impassable, The taxi operator decided to take an alternate route through Marlborough. It's alleged that upon reaching the Duck River Ford, the driver reportedly attempted to cross but became trapped. Floodwaters then swept away the silver Toyota Probox he was driving. The two passengers managed to escape but sustained broken bones and were taken to the Onotobi Hospital for treatment. Kingston businessman snapped with multiple charges over Sheffield road shooting. A 33-year-old farm store operator has been charged over a shooting that left a man and a teen boy injured on Sheffield Road in Kingston in September. He is David Taylor, also known as Pelpa, from Rockjam Road, Kingston 2. He has been charged with 2 counts of wounding with intent and illegal possession of firearm and illegal possession of ammunition. The incident occurred on September 18. According to the police, Taylor exited a Honda Fit motor car and opened fire, injuring a man and a 15-year-old boy. A 16-year-old boy in their company was also targeted, but managed to escape unharmed. Both victims were taken to the hospital for treatment. Taylor was later arrested. Lence fireman accidentally shoots himself in St. Thomas. A 45-year-old businessman and a licensed fireman accidentally shot himself in Seaforth, St. Thomas on Saturday. The incident reportedly occurred around 11:40 a.m. while the man was using a restroom. His gun slipped from his waistband, and as he attempted to retrieve it, the gun discharged, injuring him in one of his legs. He was taken to the hospital for treatment. The gun has been seized pending an investigation by the Mourns Bay Criminal Investigation Branch. Man, once among most wanted in St. James, charged with gun offense. Lico Maxwell, otherwise called Nico, a former most wanted in St. James, and a woman have been charged with gun and ammunition possession following their arrest on Friday. The woman is Georgia Miller, also known as Queenie, a customer service representative from Garland District in Spring Mountain, St. James, where they were both nabbed. Maxwell, who was listed in November 2023 as wanted for murder and wounding, is from the community of Flamstead Garden. The two have been charged with possession of a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition. The police report that a Gershon Regard MC pistol and a magazine containing 17 9mm rounds of ammunition were found in an early morning search of premises occupied by Maxwell and Miller. Both were taken into custody. Spanish Town police probing suspected drowning of senior citizen. The Spanish Town police in St. Catherine are investigating the suspected drowning of 67-year-old Sylvester Grant from Beacon Hill, Thompson Pen in the parish. Grant's body was discovered floating under the bridge along Burke Road near the St. Jacob Park Health Centre around noon on Saturday. The police were alerted and the body retrieved. Grant was pronounced dead at the Spanish Town Hospital. St. James Police detained 10 Cubans on suspicion of illegal entry. Members of the St. James Police Division under the Passport, Immigration and the Citizenship Agency PICA were, as of Sunday afternoon, processing 10 Cuban nationals who reportedly entered Jamaican shores illegally over the weekend. The individuals arrived on the island in 2 separate groups, traveling in 4 boats. Among those in custody are 3 Cubans who arrived on the property of a popular hotel in Rosehall, St. James, on Sunday morning. This incident closely followed the apprehension of a group of 7 Cubans on the Unity Hall Main Road in the parish on Saturday afternoon. On Saturday, October 26, at about 6:30 p.m., 3 small vessels carrying approximately 7 Cuban nationals entered Jamaican shores. The individuals were intercepted by police along the Unity Hall Main Road and taken into custody. Indications are that they entered the country illegally, stated Zone 1 Commander, Assistant Superintendent of Police Roderick Reed, during a briefing in Montego Bay on Sunday. A subsequent event occurred on Sunday, October 27, around 10:43 a.m., when another vessel with 3 Cuban nationals entered Jamaican waters at the Half Moon Hotel. All 10 Cuban nationals are currently in custody at the Montego Bay Police Station, where they are being processed by police and external partners, including PICA and Immigration, he added. Assistant Superintendent Reed noted that 2 of the Cubans, who speak some English, discussed that they fled their country due to ongoing hardships. The detained Cubans are scheduled to undergo medical examinations, according to Reed. 70% of Cuba's population has power again, as the island recovers from a nationwide blackout and a hurricane that left 7 people dead, the government said Tuesday. The lights went out across the communist-run country on Friday, October 18, after the collapse of the island's largest power plant crippled the entire power grid. The situation was complicated by the passage of Hurricane Oscar, which struck Cuba last Sunday as a Category 1 storm. JBN will keep you informed. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.